Wow. It's really been 7 years. 7 years I've been playing Niantic games. That's incredible. Alright guys, tonight I want to talk a little bit about everything Niantic, my experiences with Niantic, where I came from, how I got here, how long, everything I've learned from running around the streets of Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia to be exact, to running around the streets of New York and my experiences with Niantic overall. I feel like now is a good time to look back on everything I've been through with the mobile game. Um, as I look forward to Wizards Unite, which is a whole nother frontier that I cannot wait to jump into. So let's get right into it. So back in the summer months of 2012, I remember I was still getting over the passing of my nephew, and I was just trying to like get a hold on the world when Niantic first came on the scene. I was lucky enough to run into the game by accident because I was really heavy into mobile games, and gaming in general at the time was like a focal point for me as I tried to escape the world around me and immerse myself into something completely separate from the world that laid in front of me. So in comes Ingress. I happen to get into the alpha, and I have the lovely founder tag, which I'm gonna put up here to show my love, my my badge of honor. So I was lucky enough to get into the alpha, and immediately I realized that this game it was a completely different uh, experience than anything I've ever come across before, and it was something that gradually started to become more and more a thing that was just evolving into something that was just in and of itself. It was a whole other class of gaming that I wasn't accustomed to. Um, and this class of gaming is physical, out in the world, almost geo hunting. I was back in the day. I also did geocaches. I don't know if you've ever heard of geocaches. People hide little stuff around the world and use the app to try to find the location. And then when you're at the location, you have to kind of find where the thing is so you can sign a ledger or you can trade geo coins. Geocaching was pretty big back in the day, and this kind of felt like that, but completely different and way more competitive. Um, so I started off as playing by myself. Started off playing Ingress by myself and exploring Ingress and going to portals, and I was driving around Virginia and or running downtown Norfolk by myself, hitting portals. And it got to the point where I was trying to get my friends into it, trying to get them into the beta, and I slowly started making friends outside of my circles. So if you're familiar with Ingress, when you take over a portal, your name's attached to it. So there's certain people in my community or in the Ingress community that started to become recognized as people who played the game 24/7 and took over spots and claimed territories, and it was hard to take the territories away from them. The game was very competitive, hyper competitive, um, and that's what really drew me into the game. I really loved it, and it was something completely different. It got me out of the house. It got me physical. It got me moving, and it was just enjoyable to play. Even with all the bugs back in the day, it was a joy to play on my little Android phone that died every 5 seconds. Seemed like so. Ingress for me was when it first came out. It was just something completely completely new, completely different, and amazing. I think the highlight, and I mean the highlight playing Ingress way back in the very beginning of the game was when I became friends with a producer of the local TV station who was an avid Ingress player. I don't know if he still is. I have to check on it. Um, and he picked me up from my house in his car, and we drove around. I have to find. I don't know if I have it anymore, but I have a picture of. I took a picture of him while we were at the stadium. Um, he was sitting there just away on his phone playing Ingress, and I took a second because it was just like I'm driving around with someone I barely know, escaping the troubles of my life playing Ingress. And for me, that the fact that that company was able to do that for me makes Niantic, or gives Niantic, a special place in my heart because of it. So I've been a fanboy, and I've not held back this fact. I've been a fanboy of Niantic since the very beginning, and I'm happy that I stuck around because, man, it's just getting better, just getting better. So anyway, fast forward to the end of when I actually started to leave Ingress. Um, Things got a little bit too competitive for me. There was reports of people fighting. You would have groups of people who would caravan together around the city and take over and hold portals, and all kinds of craziness popped off. But at the end of it, it was really fun, and I learned a lot about um, augmented reality gaming and what was actually possible with AR on the phone. So while this is going on, Niantic has been gathering data, and they never stop gathering data, learning from their mistakes and reiterating and building on top of the platform that I didn't know was going to go, well, I didn't know at the time was going to go anywhere past Ingress. So they make the announcement. I believe it was 2015. They make the surprise announcement that they're partnering with Pokemon, with the Nintendo company, and they're releasing Pokemon Go. I lost my ever loving mind. Left Ingress behind. I think I got to level 8 in Ingress, and then as soon as Pokemon Go launched, I lost my ever loving mind. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, oh no! My last Pokeball, and he didn't attack. He didn't attack right before. Oh my god! I hate you, Krabby. I hate you. You're the worst Krabby in the face of the earth. Oh, you're gonna jump and laugh at me? You're gonna jump and laugh at me now, right? All right. I was out there right alongside everybody else. By this time, I had moved up to New York City, and I was living in the city. And I can remember um, sitting in the corner of 60th and 5th Avenue and watching a wave of, like, it had to have been over 500 people run across 5th Avenue to the Apple Store to catch a Pokemon. I remember myself running blocks down, way down, or taking a train a couple blocks down to get a Dragonite when Dragonites were popping up every now and then. Um, it was amazing to see, but also now looking back on it, and completely freaking crazy. I'm talking about they stopped traffic. It was so bad that, and this is unheard of in New York City, traffic stopped because you had 500 people darting across the street when it was not their time to go. It was very dangerous. It was very dangerous now to look back on it, but it was also something that was, it was an experience that you had to have been there for, and it was I don't know, breathtaking to see, to be honest. That many people running around and trying to catch Pokemon. It seems like Pokemon's still a thing. People are trying to sell their wares on eBay still. This is still a thing. So Pokemon Go, I play to this day. I'm an active Pokemon Go player, only because I really love uh I really love the Pokemon franchise. I've always have. I had the Pokemon cards when I was little, and I also had the yellow Pikachu edition, the red, and the blue, I believe, right when it first came out when I was little. So when they released Pokemon for under the Ingress or under the Niantic platform, it really resonated with me, and I think it resonated with a lot of other people, especially the first generation, because everybody remembers the first generation. Everybody remembers having Pokemon cards, so um, they were all everyone was all about it for the at least for the first gen. I know as the gens came out, it was a little bit slow with getting the updates out. I'm pretty sure they were building the back end of the platform at the same time and trying to fix major hurdles that there wasn't no real fix. I'm pretty sure they had to make up a solution as they went, as far as um, handling thousands of players in the same area playing the same game on a location based game, all pinging the same satellite for GPS information, location information. So I don't know how they were able to cull that information, but it was pretty impressive because now you can have tons and tons of people together in the same area, and it doesn't seem like they have any problems with that anymore. So I'm steadily impressed with the evolution, and that's what I'm gonna call it. It's just the evolution of Niantic. I think I pay more attention to Niantic's homepage than I do any of the individual games. Because if you go to Niantic's homepage, that's where you can find code name, this, that, and the third, and you get a kind of a glimpse at what they're doing and what they're bringing out and their plans for the future. The company is a powerhouse, and it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Any conference that they go on, I would, if you're in anywhere remotely into any of these games, I would highly suggest watching any of the conference that they attend or any events that they hold, because it's just groundbreaking in my opinion. Niantic for me is it's like they're a console without a console, if that makes any sense. I mean, sure, they're tied to a phone, but I feel like they're moving in the direction now where they're going to have AR glasses, and I'm telling you that they're going to be the sole reason why I purchase AR glasses. And the tech, the R&D that they're doing right now is amazing, and they continue the research and development. They continue pushing the envelope, and they continue making AR something that's feasible for the future, in my opinion. So this is a platform that I can't wait to see show its face in the augmented reality or AR glasses field. I don't know what AR glasses they're gonna end up attaching themselves to, but whatever that may be, that's pretty much where I'm gonna be putting all my money into, just because of the track record of Niantic. So now they have Wizards Unite. Wizards Unite's coming out, and if I know any better, I believe Pokemon Go was a July launch, and the alpha for, and I don't think a lot of people know this, but I remember when I was in the alpha uh uh Ingress, it was not winter, it wasn't December, it was really hot month. So I'm pretty sure that it came out during the summer months. It had to have been July that we were all in the alpha, because we were in the alpha for a couple months before they even released it to the public, and it was on Android. So I'm guessing that was a July launch as well. So we're most likely going to see Harry Potter Wizards Unite come out with in a July. I'm not saying June. It's got to be like July, mid-July launch. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll be pleasantly surprised if we get into there beforehand. Um, so yeah, Wizards Unite is now the forefront of what I'm looking at. I'm excited about. I'm looking at it, all the content creators that are coming out with game theories, and I'm watching all the new content creators pop up out of nowhere, and uh, and I'm excited because they're excited, and we're all excited because Harry Potter as well is one of those. It's one of those franchises that has that special place in your heart. Like, I've been reading the book since elementary. I remember it was in Scholastic, and I didn't know what it was, and I decided to get the book one day, and then fell into the Potter universe. And then from there, it was just like they started having the. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Barnes and Nobles had the events where they would release the big books that you could buy and read through the big books, and they were released, like, I think every year or something like that, and you could just grab a book. And I think I gave a lot of them away to kids and stuff that I felt needed to be introduced, not only just into reading but into the Potter universe, because it's an amazing universe. um I think I still have the Deathly Hollows or something like that, probably one of the books still around. But yeah, with Harry Potter Wizards Unite, it's they know their market, they know what's popular, or they know what's nostalgic, and it seems that they're partnering with people that are going to make a big impact on their platform, which is going to make their platform more popular, and they're going to make more money, which they pour into more research and development, which brings us closer to a future where we can walk out of our buildings with some glasses on and play Wizards Unite, or play Pokemon Go, or play Ingress on the way to work, which is freaking phenomenal. Looking into Wizards Unite, it looks like we're not gonna really be competitive like the previous games. Pokemon Go and Ingress were. Ingress was highly competitive. Pokemon Go somewhat competitive, just now becoming somewhat competitive with the leagues and the trainer battles. But it looks like for now, Harry Potter Unite is going to be PvE, where we're all working together, and it's more like a raid group that you have to get together with your friends in order to take down whatever puzzles and anything like that lies in the dungeons that are going to be everywhere. Fighting dark wizards, fighting uh, mystical beasts, probably collecting mystical beasts. Um, Probably something similar to Pokemon Go, where you're collecting them and adding research for Hagrid or Newt Scamander. Um, it's gonna be interesting to see how people take to the new. It's like the new flagship of Harry Potter Wizards Unite, where it's the full scale AR, where you step into the portal. Um, I think I remember hearing in one of the developer conferences that they're trying really hard to keep the AR stable so that you're not jarred. You're not taken out of that immersiveness. So you step into the portal, say you get thrown into Ollivander's wand shop and you're using the camera to search for clues in a in a in an AR physical space. Now, if you're walking in this physical space and you're looking for clues and you're using your phone to look behind a stable table, you don't want that table to move. So it's going to be interesting to see um, how they pull that off. I don't think, in my opinion, that the way that they have that will work right now. Maybe later on down the line, they'll be able to uh, put an AR object in one location and not have it move. Maybe we might need a physical marker that we put on the ground that could help keep the AR in a stationary area. Um, who knows? Who knows? There's a lot of things with Wizards Unite that I'm really excited about, and it's only because of the history that we have to go on with the previous games. So like Ingress evolved, has its own thing, and then they started to allow the community to make um, smart devices that can actually um, attach to their API and utilize their servers, right? So then fast forward to Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go had the Pokemon Go Plus, and then they came out with the Pokeball, which I have, which is 3 or 4 things in one. It's a Tamagotchi for Pokemon Let's Go. It's a controller for Pokemon Let's Go, and it's a Poke Plus that spin stops and catches Pokemon for Pokemon Go. So it interacts with the phone app, and it merges the phone app with your portable Switch, which is phenomenal in my opinion. I wouldn't be too surprised if they actually come out with a wand, a physical wand that you can carry around with you to do your spells for the Wizards Unite game. I would actually be pleasantly surprised if they do that. I'm pretty sure they would. I mean, why wouldn't they? Because marketing and money is always a good thing. um, so you're gonna have foundables. I'm pretty sure everyone has talked about this. I don't really want to just run this into the ground. Um, I don't want to say too much either because I want to see what the game is about. There's rumors that saying that we're gonna be able to pick our house. So if you're worried about not being able to be I'm a Ravenclaw by the way, or being Gryffindor or Hufflepuff, you're gonna be able to pick your house and you're gonna be able to pick your profession. So there's 3 professions. We have the aura. You have the aura, which is the damage dealer, I believe. Is it the is it? I think the aura is a damage dealer. The professor is the puzzle guy. They're in between the zoologist or magi zoologist and the aura, and then you have the magi zoologist, which I think is gonna be the tank. And you kind of got to run it like D&D, where you have to have a group of 4 or 5, and then you have to have people from different professions so that you can all go into the raid. And once you complete the raid, that's where you can find the special foundables that you can collect that will unlock things later down the line. So there's a lot of different aspects to this, which I think, looking back at it, I think they've learned a lot from Pokemon Go and how people, the sociability aspect of Pokemon Go and how people interacted with each other. They're looking at Ingress, how people were competitive and how people interacted with each other in Ingress. And they're bringing that knowledge again from both of the games and iterating it into the Wizards Unite platform. I'm also going to be interested to see if they actually came out with a newer version of their real world tech and if they're going to be implementing that into the new game. But only time will tell. Right now, if you go if you have an Android, luckily they have pre-register going on now for the beta for Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go, Wizards Unite. So I would suggest you jump on that if you can. Us iPhone users, I've since moved over to iPhone, Unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait longer before we can get our hands on data. So that for me is it makes me a little bit sad, only because like the history I have with Niantic. I wanted to continue the whole alpha founder thing, but it is what it is. I can't wait to see this game come out. I'm not going to be saying too much about it on this channel until the game actually comes out, but just know that along with my Star Citizen content, I am carving out a space on my channel for Wizards Unite because it's just straight up amazing. I play Pokemon Go right now. I actually have a Pokemon Go community that I never talk about. I'll probably also try to do content for Pokemon Go and talk about the awesome events and stuff that are happening right now. So like we have Trico coming this weekend, like 2 days. So shiny Trico hunting. We're all gonna be going Trico hunting, and I believe we're all right now, time of the recording, we're celebrating the Equinox event, which having us running around looking for Soul Rock because we're in the northern hemisphere looking for Soul Rock shinies. So I'm not gonna say too much more to it. I just wanted to get a video out there, not only talking about the history, like where I come from with Niantic, how I feel about Niantic, and my hopes for the future, because it seems to be a bright one. So I hope to see you guys in Wizards Unite. I already have a Facebook group for Wizards Unite. If you guys want to join it, I'll make sure to pop the link in the description down below. Be sure to like, comment, and let me know what you think about the game. If you're going to be playing it, if you're playing Pokemon Go and you feel like you can have time for both, or if you're going to completely leave Pokemon Go as soon as Harry Potter come out, because I know some people that are going to actually do that, depending on what they have to offer as far as content. It's an exciting time to be a phone gamer. It's an exciting time to be an AR gamer, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, the transmission is now over. Stay tuned next time for up-to-date news coverage from around the verse. This is Dresden with your host, Monkey, signing off.